If you're trying to break into finance without a degree, or from a completely different background, you've probably asked yourself, do I even have a chance? Perhaps you didn't study finance. Maybe you're coming from tech, education, marketing, or you're just starting fresh and wondering if it's too late to catch up. The truth? A finance degree can help, but it's no longer the gatekeeper it once was. In this video, we break down what a degree gives you, what it doesn't, and what matters if you want to land a job in finance today. Whether you're starting from scratch or switching careers, this might change how you think about your path forward. Let's get into it. But first, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss valuable career insights. Alright, let's start with what a finance degree gives you. Let's be clear, a finance degree can be helpful, and for some roles it might even open doors that would take longer to access otherwise. So, what does a finance degree give you? First, it provides structured exposure to the fundamentals: accounting, financial reporting, corporate finance, and portfolio theory. You're learning the academic side of finance in a consistent, organized way. Secondly, it often gives you access to on-campus recruiting. Many large firms, especially in investment banking or asset management, hire directly from target schools, and that's where a degree from a well-known program can be a fast track. And third, a degree signals a baseline knowledge to employers. It shows you've committed to learning the field and can explain concepts like time value of money, discounted cash flows, and capital structure, at least in theory. But notice that word, theory. While a finance degree can open some doors, it's far from a guaranteed ticket, and it's not the only path in. Now, let's talk about what a finance degree cannot do for you and where many candidates get caught off guard. First, a degree doesn't prove you can apply what you've learned. Knowing the theory behind valuation is one thing. Building a working DCF model from scratch or analyzing a live data set is something else entirely. Second, it doesn't teach you the tools employers now expect. Most finance degrees don't go deep into Excel modeling, SQL, dashboards, or Python, all of which are increasingly used across finance roles, from FP&A to asset management. Third, it doesn't build your portfolio. In today's job market, having actual projects, models, dashboards, reports can be more convincing than a transcript. A well-built Excel model or valuation case study shows real skill. And finally, a degree doesn't guarantee you a job. Many finance grads continue to struggle with securing interviews because employers now require more than just a diploma. They want practical skills, relevant experience, and clear direction. So, if a finance degree isn't the deciding factor, what is? More employers are shifting focus from where you studied to what you can do. Here's what matters more right now, and likely for years to come. First, practical, technical skills. Can you build a working Excel model? Run a variance analysis? Clean and analyze a dataset using Power Query, SQL, or Python? These are real-world skills that companies care about because they show you're ready to contribute on day one. Second, certifications and targeted learning. If you don't have a finance degree, credentials like the CFA or even completion certificates from platforms like 365 Financial Analyst can go a long way in improving your credibility, especially when paired with a solid portfolio. Third, clear direction. You don't need to know everything, but you do need to know what type of finance role you want. FP&A, investment banking, corporate strategy, asset management, etc. The more focused you are, the better you can tailor your learning and your job search. Fourth, experience, even if it's self-initiated. Building your own financial model, analyzing a public company, or creating a dashboard, even outside of a formal job, shows that you're proactive and capable. And fifth, soft skills and business awareness. Understanding the why behind the numbers, communicating insights clearly, and aligning with business goals. These skills are now just as critical as crunching data. The bottom line? Employers want people who can solve problems, think critically, and create value, with or without a degree. Now, the big question is, if you don't have a finance degree, can you still break into the industry? Yes, you absolutely can. But you'll need to be more intentional, more proactive, and more practical than someone following a traditional path. Breaking into finance without a degree isn't about faking credentials. It's about building fundamental, visible skills and showing employers you can do the job. Here's how. First, get the core skills. This means mastering Excel, financial analysis, budgeting, reporting, and maybe SQL or Power BI, depending on the role. Platforms like 365 Financial Analyst give you the structure and direction you'd typically find in a university program, but at your own pace. Second, build proof. Create real-world projects. Build a working financial model. Analyze a public company. Track KPIs for a business idea or side hustle. Show that you can do the work, not just talk about it. Third, be strategic with networking. Leverage LinkedIn. Reach out to analysts. Join professional communities. Ask thoughtful questions. Seek informational interviews. Don't ask for a job, ask for perspective. Remember, relationships create opportunities. And finally, apply smarter. Target roles that align with the skills you have now, even if they're entry level. You can move up fast once you're in. A degree can open some doors, but showing up with skills, initiative, and clarity, that opens plenty more. So yes, it's possible to break into finance without a degree. But to do it, you need to be deliberate, skill-focused, and ready to prove your value. So, to wrap up, a finance degree can give you structure, exposure, and faster access to interviews. But in today's job market, it's no longer the only or even the most important qualification. What really matters is what you can do, not just what's written on your diploma. If you can demonstrate real-world skills, build a portfolio, and show clear direction in your career goals, you'll be way ahead of the pack, degree or not. And that's precisely why platforms like 365 Financial Analyst exist, to give you access to the knowledge, tools, and credentials you need to break in, stand out, and build your career on your terms. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content just like this. And if you're serious about getting into finance, check out the full learning tracks at 365 Financial Analyst. We'll help you build what matters. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.